Hello, this is Stampy Longnose and welcome to Maze 6 of my Forge Maze video series thingy. And this one's got a pretty awesome start. And basically they see that there's a teleporter there with a thing blocking it, and this is blocked. So they basically just start throwing plasma grenades down there. So it's basically all they've got. They've only got a shotgun otherwise. And so they generally try and throw a plasma grenade to try and block that fusion coil. And then suddenly, whoa, flies up into the air and actually sticks the player. And of course, if I was lucky enough, I could have probably avoided that. But they're generally not. They're usually just standing here, just throwing grenade after grenade over there. And eventually one flies up into the sky and kills them. Which is kind of put in as a joke, but it's also part of the gameplay, because it's sort of a distraction from them working out the actual puzzle. And the actual teleporter they're trying to unblock is up there. It's in that box. See the fusion coil on top of it? And you sometimes have to zoom in to even be able to see it. But, as I say, I've got a light up there, which means if they do look there, they'll see the light and it kind of draws their eyes a bit over there. But it probably was slightly too hard looking back on it. But when you're building a map, you don't really think, you kind of think, well, I know how to do it, they'll know. Like, it's hard to think that, oh, people won't think in this way. You've got to generally be nice to people. But there's actually a sniper rifle just down there. And you've got to throw grenades and try and make it come back to you. I think there's some fusion coils or something on the other side. Oh, balls. I can actually hear if there's an explosion because I've got my sound off at the moment, so you can't hear it in the background. But basically want to get grenades through that gap to try and be able to get that sniper rifle. There we go. Generally got to throw quite a few. And then you use that sniper rifle to unblock that teleporter that I showed you. I think this might be another one which might be possible to ruin it if it goes the wrong way. But I think because if it does blow up the fusion coils, it's only going to come in this direction. It should be alright. Saying that, I can't even see it anymore. Come on. Stupid maze. I might have completely lost it now. It's just gone down around here somewhere. I know the bloody teleporter is blocked. You don't need to tell me. I'm the one who blocked it. I think the sniper rifle's just spawned again, so we can have another go at it. There we go. Oh, it's a beam rifle. There we go. So, I mean, even if it does get knocked away, it will just spawn again. You can have another go once you know what you're doing. Shoot that. Go through the teleporter, and you're in this room. And you can kind of look down at where you were. And I think there's something you grab there. Oh, there's a turret you can grab onto. Good old friendly turret. And that's not meant as a puzzle. It's just meant as a way to getting from where you are to here, which is where the next section is. Got to grab the invisibility, which slides a block forward and knocks out a grab lift. That's kind of a little contraption I built there, like a little mini machine. And then you use that to fly up here and get up to the next section. We've got to try to anyway. This is something slightly different. There's a line of turret guns, and you've got to try and jump onto the turret guns, and then you got to get off it and land on top of it, and then jump up onto the next one, and then you've got to get up to the top. And this is something that I'm making look easy, but there's a lot of people who just can't do that at all. Especially, there's just a certain technique. They're obviously doing something wrong, but something that a lot of people struggle with. And here's this the sniper section. I think I'll take a sniper instead of a beam rifle. And this is another slightly difficult one. I was quite happy when I came up with the idea for this. There's a falling... Oh no, there will be a falling fusion coil. There we go. And you basically got to try and knock it, shoot it as it falls past to blow up these. There's a teleporter there, which is the exit to that teleporter. And as it falls past, you've got to shoot it, which will blow up the other fusion coils through the shield door, which I otherwise can't shoot. And that's what you've got to do. Oh, did I get it? First shot. There we go. Tell I'm an MLG Pro. Go through, and then jump to the next section. I've got to jump up into here. Yep. I actually remember this is where the hidden flame grenade is. It's not very well hidden on this map, actually. Oh, I've fallen down. I can't get it anyway. And this is using something that people don't generally think to do. They think, oh, they're stuck down in this tunnel, there's nothing to grab to. You've got to throw down a radar jammer and use the explosion to jump yourself up. It's basically a bit of a loop here. You basically just go around, come up through this man cannon, and it fires you back into here. And that's basically a way of forcing people to have to do this puzzle. So if that puzzle isn't solving anything, they're still in the same place, but they've got to do that puzzle anyway, because I kind of put them in that situation. When simply all they've got to do is there's something they've got to grab. I think down here, in the ceiling here. Oh, I'm not going to get stuck on another puzzle of my own, am I? It's basically something that they want to grab. See if I can see it through the wall anywhere. It might be higher up actually. Yes, this is skills. More importantly, luck. There we go. That's another kind of trial and error thing, but once they're stuck in that loop bit, they're going to be looking for stuff like that anyway, especially if they've done some of my past mazes. And I'll quickly run through what most people will do. They'll get up here, they'll generally pick up what they want out of the bubble shield or the grab lift, and then they go over the simple platforming, and then they get to the end, and there's a teleporter up there which they can't get to. And what you basically need, you need two grab lifts. You need a grab lift there and a grab lift there to get up. And there's a grab lift inside there. You can see it there? And so I basically need that grab lift and this grab lift. But I need a way of being able to get the other grab lift. And to do that, I need a bubble shield. So I need to take a bubble shield and a grab lift all the way over there. And you've got to keep just juggling them. And this is something which, if you don't know how to do this, it's something that is quite useful for matchmaking anyway, for guns. Say if you're trying to bring... excuse me, I've been speaking way too much today. If you are trying to bring a weapon to a teammate, if I got a sniper rifle and a rocket launcher, I can basically just do this juggling technique to try and bring it to him. I think I dropped my bubble shield there. You can kind of jump that gap. If you just kind of jump and switch at the same time. I think I'm just going to drop it down. Oh, easy. Yeah, so while like most people think, oh, this section's really easy when they're first just jumping across it, they don't realise that they're going to have to do it in a second, carrying two objects. And it starts off quite simple, then it slowly gets trickier with some thin bridges like this, where they're generally quite nervous. It's also quite difficult because most people, their button for picking up a object will either be X or B. And unless they play on the default setting where it'll be a right bumper. But for me it's difficult because while I'm switching I can't really turn unless I use the claw controller technique where I'm basically using my forefinger. I can't really turn much while I'm switching, which makes it quite hard. But I kind of make it look more difficult than it is. Like that section was quite easy, but it looks quite difficult, which you want people to be able to do it first go, otherwise they get annoyed, but you want them to have a sense of achievement as well. This is something that you don't want to muck up once you get to here. You want to throw the bubble shield down into there. And it's difficult because it's quite blinding. Throw one grab lift down. I get the other one. Yep, got it. And use that one to get up, and then your next one to get up to that higher section. So I made that's one there. They'll generally spend a lot of time on this puzzle, walking up and down. Then they work about juggling them, and they've got to work out that they can even get it from there. So it's definitely one of my most difficult puzzles. But I think it's, I don't know, I don't sound like I'm boasting. I think it's one of the cleverest, if that is a word. And I think, is that the end of the puzzle? No, there is more. There's always more. Oh, and another very difficult section. I hope I'm not going to have to cut away on this one. I'm basically trying to get onto the grab lift and I want to get onto the grab lift but going completely vertical up and then land on the man cannon. So I think I've got to destroy the grab lift, and you've got to run and jump, and you've got to bounce off that in just the right way and land on top of here. And then I basically need the grab lift to spawn, and then I go through the man cannon. I think I'm banging into it at the moment. I have to just draw it and get a bit more momentum going up again. But what I just did there is harder than it looks. I've had a lot of practice doing this. I think I want to get a bit more over to the edge. I just want to guess when it's going to spawn. And then that should knock me into the teleporter. Oh, nearly. Ta-da! That's quite cool. And there's generally people just jumping around all these different blocks, just they're trying to not think about using momentum. They're trying to just get as close to it as they can, try and get down onto there. And I think you can get onto all of these blocks. And if you fail, it's a teleporter down there which can take you back up to the top. Or there's a grab lift you can go in, which can take you back up to the top as well. And now, yes, that is actually the end. And here's the fun room. It's another sky bubble one, so it's not that good, but it's a few things that you can piss around with at the end. You can go fly around in the vehicles, although it generally just does contain people knocking each other off the map. I think there might actually be a secret area here as well. I'm not quite sure. There is one of these where I've got like a hidden bit that you can get to. It might not be this one actually though. Oh, anyway, this is the end of this video. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you later.